What's up, man? Great to see you.
Doing all right?
Good, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like you.
Yeah, cut it out.
Work out the sauna. Work out the sauna in the morning.
The sauna workout.
Yeah, sauna workout. Coach, what up, baby?
Thompson. There you
I'm
go.
doing it. Tristan Thompson interview, Bulls TV. Been a big fan of Coach Donovan since the day at Florida. He tried to recruit me back in the 9th grade, and unfortunately I went to Texas. You know, I've always had a close relationship with DeMar, you know, playing against him. Having those history with those guys, but also what the Bulls represent, you know, their standard and what they're trying to accomplish. It was something that I was looking forward to and wanted to be a part of. I felt like what I could bring to the table would be best suited here with the Bulls.
The thing about Tristan is he's been around a long time. He's been in championship games, a lot of playoff games. He brings a lot of experience, and one thing I can always remember about him was the rebounding ability. A guy that can get you second and chance points, opportunities, and he's going to be a big addition for the Bulls.
Tristan is a vet with a playoff experience that brings us what we are looking for from leadership standpoint and adds physicality and toughness.
Hawks and the Bulls are two of the best shooting teams in the league. There's Thompson!
That's what I just talked about.
I was just told Tristan, I'm like, he a workhorse. His energy is crazy. He a high energy guy. You can tell he wants to win.
He understands the game. You know, he has a championship. He played on great teams. So he see a lot of things and jump on it right away. And that's one of the guys that, you know, you want to go to war with. And, you know, he brings that in every facet of the game.
There it is, the entry feed to Thompson in the post against Bogdanovich and a foul on Okongwu.
And you see right there, good recognition. They were not taking advantage of it.
I idolized Dennis Rodman. I idolized the Worm, and he was the definition of being a star in your role. And that was something that I wanted to, you know, embody in myself and in my game.
Dosumu, Thompson calling for it. And puts
I
it
told you, it's a different post player in there.
The fact that I'm able to put on a Chicago Bulls jersey and you know, just go out there and try to make Dennis proud. You know, that's all I'm trying to do. Tristan brings toughness, defense, grit. He brings playoff experience. I think he brings an element of something that we didn't have before.
Thompson, oh yeah! Big boy basketball. No children allowed. Woo!
Tristan's from Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Obviously, I'm from Brampton as well, and our paths have crossed. He's from my hometown, and we're looking forward to having big things with him.
You know, I think that when you've been around the amount of winning he's been around and part of championship teams, you know, you gather a pretty good understanding, you know, of the things that go into winning.
With winning championships, it's about a puzzle piece. You know, the puzzle's got to fit. With DeMar, you know, he knows how to play the game, and he knows where he's great at, and he knows the spots where he needs to get to, and that just shows his maturity, but that just shows like how much he zones in on his craft. With Zach, the fact he was able to come here and shine and kind of showcase his talent. Both those guys are probably the most efficient two guards we got in our league right now. They can get to their spots and they shoot high percentages each and every night, and you know, as your teammate, you're like, I'm gonna take that.
Looking for the cross-court pass. It's Dosumu crossing Young.
Oh, the baby mid-range jumper. It's a big stop here. Got to get a stop.
1 point game.
Ball DeRozan time. Let's see if they double team him. Get the ball out of his hands.
DeRozan fires for the lead.
Compton's finest does it again. Oh my goodness.
Smooth criminal, man. Devo, man, is one hell of a player, man. He's playing lights out right now. That basket is looking the size of Lake Michigan right now for him.
MVP, baby. Big shot. What I'm talking about. Appreciate getting the first win here, first day of school.
I've played with some big-time players, and when things are getting stagnant and we need a big bucket and a big-time shot, that's what big-time players do.
My boy, you know it. You know it. You know it. You know it too.
That's how we do it, D.
Feeling pretty good. Obviously, it's a slow process, and I definitely want to get back on the court as soon as possible.
You know, obviously had the procedure on his knee. He's back training, you know, hopefully returning to the team shortly after that. So our performance director, Chip Schaefer, heads up all performance with the team, and an element of that is just rehab. Return to play is what we call it, and you know, he thinks it's important for players to be integrated within the team construct, even when they are injured.
Just trying to stay involved, obviously vocally, just whatever I can do from, like I said, a positive standpoint where people can still feel your presence even though you're not on the court.
They're working very hard every day to be available soon, and obviously we're very excited. We need them all back because we liked what we saw when we had them all healthy.
They are always in the Advocate Center rehabbing and focusing on getting back on the court. When we do travel, I think it's important for those guys to be around the team, whether it's meetings, walkthroughs, whether it's during practice, being on the sidelines and helping out their teammates. And all of those guys have been extremely committed to being around the team and participating in any way they can.
This team is just fun to be around, so just having the guys around, still joking around, still being there, everybody's presence is still felt. Yeah, I mean, that was the best possible pickup for us. He definitely fits that category. You love to have him, but you don't like playing against him. And they're doing a great job. So, for me, it's just continue to be positive, continue to try to push them to strive for greatness and do whatever I can, from a positive standpoint to help them keep going forward.
You gotta set the tone. I mean, that's what Bulls basketball's about. So I'm pretty sure United Center's gonna be rocking. If guys are gonna play chippy, let's play chippy. I like it.
We're not getting that back, and we're not getting back what happened. We got to go out and we're going to have to compete and play against one of the best teams in the league. That play is it's over and done with. It's gone. We need to play better basketball. I think the group's mentality would be to try to go into the game and try to win. We got to keep our mindset and focus on things that are going to help us get better.
LaVine, the step back. He's got 8 in the first quarter. He has come out with a purpose tonight.
You just have to have a bigger body on him. I like the idea of, having Tristan start the game. He's obviously played against Giannis quite a bit.
Oh, DeRozan through the entire Bucks defense that time.
We have a whole lot of talent. We have a whole lot of pieces that make our talent look better. We can't take no laps in the game. We just got to keep pushing as much as we can and just keep working together. We just got to play like that, and we'll be good.
Get up or get out the way, Giannis. That is what you're doing. You don't want to meet me at the rim because you're late. Woo! Derrick Jones Jr. can go upstairs. You better ask somebody at him.
I mean, yeah, it's up there. It's up there, but it ain't my best. I ain't close to my best. I ain't gonna lie, honestly, I don't think nobody can jump with me in this world. That's just how much confidence I have in my athleticism and how much confidence I have in my finishing ability. So I really don't think nobody can jump with me if I get my feet set.
What a pass by the rookie.
That's just a starting point in my opinion. In terms of what you have to do. I thought we really competed and were physical, and certainly we had some breakdowns, here and there. But overall, I thought the guys really, really played hard, competed.
Let me get some butter with that roll. Allen on the drive. Oh, and a foul. Yeah, from Derrick Jones Jr.
Where you were fouling the guy who had injured Alex Caruso, or things happen so fast on the play, you just...
Y'all just trying to make it something it ain't. I ain't even tripping off that. It's basketball, I want to get a stop as much as they want to get a stop on the other end. I mean, what happened in Milwaukee, we didn't like it. And, it's obvious that we didn't like it. Nobody liked that. But, I'm not going to go out there and just try to take a man out. And that's not who I am, If I get a foul in the process of trying to get a stop, then so be it. But I ain't finna blatantly try to take that man out. He got family to take care of. Why would I do that?
DeMar into traffic, tough shot, no foul. Here comes Milwaukee.
I felt like he had several pretty good looks for him, that he normally knocks down. He didn't knock it down. It's a back-to-back. Guys logged a lot of minutes. I'm not making excuses for him. He's been off the charts and incredible for us. He just didn't, have a great shooting night. And I give Holiday credit. I won't take anything away from him. I've always had great respect for him as a player and as a defender.
Defending champs for a reason. Hell of a team. Gotta give them credit. We had it. We made some mistakes. Made it tougher on ourselves. Drew is a hell of a defender, but, I take every last one of those shots, bet my money on it that I'll knock him down again. Just one of those nights. I wasn't going to let that slow me down from taking the next shot. They'll fall next time.
Me personally, I'm trying to be #1 in the East. I'm pretty sure that's what everybody else in that locker room trying to do. It's games, you got to play basketball. So you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day.
You come out that hot in the first half of the season, teams are going to start prepping for you differently. Instead of just treating it like, hey, a walkthrough, we have the Bulls tonight. Now it's like, hey, this is a potential playoff matchup.
Embiid and DeRozan in the final meeting between the Bulls and Sixers. A couple of players who have played like MVPs. DeMar on the drive with the beautiful clutch.
Let me get some butter with that roll, DeMar.
DeRozan matched up with Embiid. DeMar DeRozan has 10 for the Bulls to lead the way. Joel Embiid has 10 for the Sixers.
There's just certain guys in the Eastern Conference that are just going to be a tough matchup.
Yep.
Embiid and Giannis.
Harden to Embiid.
This group right now, not whole, we have not performed really, really well against these teams. And our margin for error against these teams is very, very small. And there's a lot of things we got to do much better. But there have been some games against some really good teams that we've really competed. We're not getting the results we want, but I do see improvements. There's enough in the locker room to go out there and be competitive and win. I really believe that. And understanding that we don't have a lot of margin for error, I do think this group can get better and be more successful against those level of teams.
LaVine!
Oh, watch your head.
Nice pass by Dosunmu. And the foul is DeRozan. Will go to the free throw line.
Basically saying thank you.
It's that easy right now for a potential MVP.
Having important role players playing, of course you miss them and you wish they were out there, but I'm a firm believer of next man up. Next man up. In the course of a season, 82 games, even in the playoffs, guys are going to be hurt. Guys are going to get sick. Guys are going to get in foul trouble. Guys are not going to be available. So the next man up's got to be ready to play. And that's just our league. That's just how the game goes. Of course, it sucks losing games and being on this losing streak, but we got to stay the course. Stay the course, and we got to all look in the mirror and see what can I do better for this team to help us. And just got to stay the course. We got a lot of good players, but we got a big three that's really good, and they're f***ing all-stars. I think you don't look too far ahead. You treat one game for what it is. It's a long season. You just got to make adjustments. That's part of the game. That's part of the playoffs. You make adjustments. And whoever can make adjustments better is a team that's still standing at the end.
Turnovers now for the Bulls. Green got in the passing lane. Dosunmu tried to find him.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's got to be on a player of the night. Oh, my goodness.
A little circus act.
Oh, hey, Javonte Green said, hey, you know what? I meant to do that.
We've been talking about it, but I thought the leadership by DeMar, even by Zach, and even Tristan, just in those timeouts about what they needed to do. The huddles were good in terms of the stuff that guys were talking about having to do. I thought our defense was a huge factor in the fourth quarter. And then obviously the way DeMar played coming down the stretch, and certainly shots he made giving us a little bit of separation and some breathing room.
DeRozan, the step through to the rim.
Oh, let me get some butter with that roll, DeMar.
Exceptional turnaround here, a 17-2 run.
It was sluggish here and there. We all kind of got on each other in the third quarter to pick it up, and we did. One thing me and Zach talked about was being more aggressive, trying to get downhill, get to the free throw line, and, it showed tonight. It's impressive, the way he's able to take over in the fourth, and he does it with such, poise, nothing's rushed. He controls the pace, he gets to these spots. The East, in the top, 5, 6, it's all 2-3 games out. A lot of teams are playing really well, so we just, have to finish strong.
That snaps the season-long 5-game losing skid, and they hit 40 wins for the first time in 5 years.
Gonna be tied all the way until the end. We had a very good start to the season. Hopefully we can finish strong so we can be in a good spot going to the playoffs.
Going back home, have an opportunity to take care of home before we go out on the West Coast. So tonight was definitely important.
Hey Bulls fans, for more videos, click here.